Hey everyone, my name is Akash Ingole and I welcome you all to my channel. And recently I got certified by HackerRank for JavaScript intermediate level questions. So in this video, I will be showing you how you can also prepare for the same and get certified by HackerRank for JavaScript intermediate level. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so friends, let's begin with the question number 1. So in the question number 1, we were given a function getDetails in which username was provided as an input. Already the code was written, okay, this much. And what our task was that two APIs were given to us. One was user detail API in which user name was passed and it would fetch you the user details. And if no user is found, then we have to simply return username not found. Okay. Once we have found the user, then what we need to do, we need to hit another API that will fetch us transaction details. And if the transaction detail and if it is hit successfully, then we simply need to retain the total number of transactions. Okay, so actually I was trying to hit the APIs also, as you can see in this screenshot of the HackerRank question. This is the API like for transaction details, and these are the details as you can see. Okay, so as you can see, this is the API, but I was trying to access this API in my code, but it was giving error. So what I did is, okay, so what I did is I have simply created the CRUD operation. Okay, so I have simply created two dummy users like Ipaga and John and their transaction details over here, and two CRUD operations that will fetch us the user and transaction details. Okay, I hope you have understood the question. So first what we will be needing is, we will be needing the user details. Okay, so let's fetch the user details first. Let me do one thing. So guys, this is the index.html, simple index.html. So this is how we can fetch the user details. Okay, now what we need to check is, like if user doesn't exist, we simply need to return username not found. Okay, so if user doesn't exist, we need to simply return username not found. Okay, so we have passed first test case over here. Now if we simply need to check that if we have the user details, then we need to hit another API which will fetch us the transaction details. Okay, so if we have simple user.id, then we need to fetch the transaction details. So transaction details equals get transaction details. Okay, and this transaction details API will be taking user.id. I have shown you in this screenshot also that it was taking user ID. Okay, now we simply need to return transaction details dot total. Okay, so this was the question's answer basically. Now what we can do, we can simply console.log the response over here, that what we are getting actually. So let's try it. Okay, so this is basically the pseudocode, you can say, that I'm trying to show you, that the kind of question what you can expect. Okay, so yeah, but in the actual scenario, what you need to do is you need to actually use this axios.get and await, okay, to hit the API basically. Now let's see what is the result that we are getting. 79. Okay, cool. So let's see the code once. We have passed over here Ipaga. Okay, and let's see the API also. For Ipaga, we have the total as 79. Okay, now let's try passing John over here. John. Okay, now we got the result as 2, because for John the total is 2. Okay, now let's try passing something that doesn't exist. Okay, so we have got username not found. So as you can see, our entire test cases, we have passed it successfully. Okay, so this is the overall code that you can provide for the same question. Okay, so as you can see also over here, all my test cases were passed for the same, like the same code I have also written over here. The only difference would be the keys difference would be there, and that you have to actually hit the original API using Axios. So this was the question number 1 basically that we have completed successfully. Now let's begin towards the question number 2. Let's see what was question number 2. Okay, so in question number 2 also some pseudo code was written for us, let me show you what was written for us, and let me uncomment these two scripts and let me open this one. Okay, so question number 2 is this one. Okay, so this is the code that was already written for us, like this class size and the constructor, okay, and this class image and its constructor. The constructor wasn't written fully, we need to complete it. And if I talk about the question, okay, so these were the following tasks that we need to perform. We need to implement get URL function, which will be returning the URL basically, set URL, that will set the URL, get size, which will return the new size object, set size, which will take width and height and set the size, clone URL, which will return the image details simply, and some part of the code is already written. So let's try to do this task side by side. Okay, let's first complete this constructor. So this dot URL equals URL that is being passed, this dot size equals size. Okay, now let's do this side by side. First we need to implement get URL. Okay, so let's write the get URL over here and try to implement it. What it will do, it will simply provide us the URL, return this dot URL. Okay, first point is completed. Now set URL. What set URL will do is it will simply set the URL. Okay, and URL will be passed in the parameters like this. Okay, now what we can do, we can move towards the third point. What it says is get size, it will return the new size object. Okay, and one more thing, guys, you will have to study the question very carefully. Okay, because what I did earlier was I simply tried to return the size, that is the member of the class itself, but we have to return the new size object. Let's see how we can do this. Okay, so let's return the new size object and let's pass it. What we will pass it, this dot size dot width, this dot size dot height. Okay, because the size is taking width and height, and the width and height will be, we will be getting it from the size. Okay, now let's see what we have next. Where is question number 2? Okay, set size, it takes width and height and sets the size. Okay, so let's do that also. Okay, so as it is mentioned, it takes width and height. Okay, what it will be doing, it will be setting the size basically. We simply need to pass width and height and it will simply return us the size object. Now at the last, clone URL, we need to implement this clone URL, and I am not actually remembering what was the pattern, but it was somewhat like the clone URL, it would be returning something like this, return. Okay, so it would return something like this string, URL appended with width appended with its height. Okay, so basically this is the image details, like we are providing with the image URL and then the size, I mean to say width and the height. Okay, and you can see what over here, what we have done, we have simply created this image object, and we have tried to call the functions. Like first we are trying to set the URL, then we are trying to get the URL, then we are trying to set the size, and then we are trying to get the size and the clone URL. Okay, so friends, I hope the implementation is clear to you all. Now let's see what is the desired result that we will be getting. I think the code is already running, so Let's see what we get over here. Okay friends, so as you can see, we are getting the size quite correctly, but we are getting, okay, this image. Where we have this image? Over here. Okay, so something is wrong over here. Okay, I got this. We are getting undefined over here, and we are getting the undefined URL, because what we have done over here, we have simply done this dot URL equals this dot URL, but we need to use the parameter. So now let's see if we get the desired result or not. Okay, so friends, as we can see, for URL we are getting the URL. For the size also we are getting the size, and for the image we are getting the image URL plus its width and its height. Okay, so okay friends, so these were the two questions that were asked in HackerRank JS intermediate level. Let's see the question number 1 again. So if I tell you the question number 1, we were simply we simply need to, we were simply given this function in which username was passed. We simply need to hit two APIs basically. So one API was over here, one API call is here. So there were totally two API calls. Okay, and second API call is this, and if user is not found, simply return username not found, and if user is found, then simply fetch the transaction details using user.id. Okay, and second question was in which you need to implement, these were the functions that we needed to implement. So this was the code for the second question. So friends, if you like the video, then do like the video, do share it, and do subscribe my channel, and please share the video with your friends, and do subscribe it, because it really takes the hard work to make the video. And thank you everyone.